This one is a pattern design. You need to turn one up, head up, and the other one down, facing down. Check the distance from the insole. Almost an inch and a half. This is actually called last for making footwear. How can someone have 7 talents and not do anything with it? It's just like, maybe later God will be like, I gave you 7 and you can't even make money out of it or work with it, create a job for people. So then I said to myself that I'm going to go and face that.
A born artist, as she likes to describe herself, Efua Edet is a lady of several talents which she decided to consolidate on and make a living out of.
Like if I sit beside you and I see the way you do things, a glance or 2 or 3, I'm okay. I find myself doing it, the same thing. I draw and I paint as well, oil on canvas, pastel, all the things that comprises artwork. And the second one is footwear making, bag making. Then I make hair well as well. Then I'm able to cut patterns well, clothes patterns. And the other one, I beat the drum and I sing too and cook. I've always had it in mind that I'll do my own thing. With this kind of talent, there's no hiding place. I have to start up something.
Even though she grew up without any parental guidance, she was still determined against all odds to succeed in life.
To be honest, growing up wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and but I thank God for where He has placed me so far. What I faced as a child made me stronger. It's not a very good one to share though. When you don't have anyone around you, parents around you, and you just have to grow up by yourself, because a child needs parent support and love. And when you don't get that and you face it by yourself, it's not easy. But I said, instead of not having them around me, I can actually make money to survive in school by doing so many other things, like cook for parties, you know, work in a supermarket and sell some stuff for people, manage their shops so that I can get stipends to pay for school fees and all. And I was able to sketch for some people, make hair for people. So all those things, the talent helped me to see my way through school. And at the end of the day, I just said, if this talent can put me through, why should I work on it and focus on it and make it something?
Since 2006, she has been at the helm of affairs of Efua Couture, a creative brand, and she reckons that her background in sociology gave her some edge as a fledgling entrepreneur.
When I first started, it was it was people were like, wow, a cobbler, why can't you get a good job? Can you graduate from university and the next thing is you're looking at shoemaking kind of thing, and then they used to call me shoemaker. And me, I just laugh. I just take it like a joke because I know where I'm going. At least Rome wasn't built in a day, so I felt I'll get there. It's just a matter of time, you know. And at first I go about actually tell them, come and buy, come and buy. Like, it's as if I was begging them to buy, you know. And sometimes when I don't get people to buy initially, I just dash it all out. Like, okay, go try it, go try it, go try it. It wasn't easy. It was as if you're investing to reap later on. And it actually worked. So the sociology helped me because it's to study people in the environment, how they relate, what they do, how they interact with each other. Then when I go to people, I listen to them criticize my product to make me a better person. I will improve on the product. I will improve on my packaging and all that. And it has helped. The more you put passion into making those things out, the more lovelier they look. So I said, oh, this is what people really like. And people look at packaging, people look at when your work is neat. And once you get those two things and you are friendly with them, the relationship must be good and cordial. I think people will buy.
So I see so many works of art here. What exactly is Efua Couture about?
Efua Couture is an embodiment of so many things, a lot of things. I myself, I don't understand it. It's something beyond me. I'll call myself like an inborn artist. So I'm able to spread those colors, not just limiting it on canvas when I paint or draw or sketch. So I'm able to put it together, and I find myself doing those things: bags, shoes for men, slippers for ladies, high heel footwear for children, purses for men, phone pouch, laptop bags. The boxes, I've always had that in mind, and to come in different pattern with different fabrics. I'm into painting too. It's called Pimp Your Crib. It's for interior buildings and all that. So anything, as long as it's is with my hands, handcrafted, and once the idea comes and I know I can put them together.
She offers some useful advice on funding, which could easily be the bane of startup businesses.
Max Weber talked about reinvesting your capital. Like if you buy a pair of slippers for 3,000 naira and you know the cost price is like, for example, let's say 1.5, and you definitely, when you sell it, you get back your 1.5, and when you get back the 1.5, you put back the 1.5 into making another one. Then the profit, you can now split it and know which goes to the bank, which serves as part of your miscellaneous, you know, stipends, and the other one serves like a salary for workers or for you. I started my business with 30,000 naira actually, and I was able to save up to that. And like I said, it depends on how serious you are. If you really want your business to grow, you need to multiply. You need to multiply that fund. You know, you get the money, you put it back into the business. You just have to make sure it works. So for a business to start, really, it depends on your kind of business. It depends on the kind of idea you're looking at. It depends on what you want to do, the kind of business you want to involve yourself in. But I feel you can start a business. Don't wait till you get the bulk. It doesn't come easy, because if you keep focusing your mind on getting bulk money, you won't start any business. So you just have to start from somewhere, then you start building it up.
With about 8 years in business, Efua has conscientiously mastered the dynamics of the trade that has helped her in the growth process.
I've learned that you treat your workers right. In as much as you want to treat them right, you'll be, you know, strict with them. And they need to know where you stand, where you're going. your focus, where you're moving to, not just thinking that it stays, you are limited there. They need to walk along with you. I've learned to read more, learn from other designers. I've learned to study more, go into more research, learn more about what people like and what they don't like, what actually prompts customers buying a particular product. I've learned that for you to get far, you need to keep working hard. I won't say total perfection because nobody's perfect, but you need to keep working towards that in order to achieve your goals. So it has helped a lot.
In spite of the huge competition that abound in this creative industry, she is not fazed, but speaks passionately about the uniqueness of her craft.
You need to have passion for whatever you want to involve yourself in, like when it comes to handwork. The passion, encourages me, pushes me, gives me the drive. Like, I love doing this. My mind doesn't go to money at first. I just want to create this thing. I just want to do this thing. Like I said, if you work hard at it, if you put your mind and you create something nice, you produce something nice, definitely people will buy. When you see people buy your product, you smile, you are happy. There's this, you are elated. There's this joy in you that, wow, people are buying my stuff. So that drives me to, to do more.
However, she admits that running a business can be quite a daunting endeavor.
Electricity, number one, because when there's more light, you'll be able to produce more stuff. Then the cost of production would definitely drop, reduces, but that is one. Then another thing is sometimes the workers act funny, definitely be tailors, you own a tailoring shop, you own a factory, definitely they act funny sometimes. Some workers misbehave, some workers go behind your back, trying to push out your kind of design and pattern. But at the end of the day, when you know the stuff you're made of, like I said, I'm able to move from a design to another. I can actually put 2, 3, 4, 10 designs together, and I don't repeat my patterns. And God being on your side, you will definitely overcome those limitations.
So, what motivates you to continue pushing the boundaries in this business?
When people don't expect you, like, can she do this? Can she get there? When you think about, like, oh, you are going to labor market, I think and that thing rings in my brain. I just have to be successful. I just have to get there. I need someone to say I'm proud of you, kind of a thing. So I just want people to appreciate God through me. I want to be likes of Tiffany Amber, likes of Gucci, likes of Michael Kors. That's where I want to see myself. When you go through their history or how they were able to achieve those things, I want people to to talk about Efua, and I want people to know that there's a Nigerian person here that can actually give them what they want. I actually want to be known worldwide.
Efua Couture is a multifaceted entity with over 10 members of staff.
My boss Efua is a very kind person, and she's a straightforward person. If she says she wants this, you must do that for her, because she doesn't tolerate with nonsense. I've benefited from it. I've seen, I have progress in it. I've been moving forward. I make shoes, bags and belts, and palm, and boxes, suitcase, jewelry box, tissue box, and amper box. I've been trying to do this just to build my own capital to start my own business. My advice is they should keep up practicing anything at home. Not to stand for government to do this and that for them. Maybe by producing something or by making anything handcrafted. Not only shoemaking. You can produce anything with your hand.
We need to actually support Nigeria, no matter how little, you need to push out jobs, let people learn from you, you need to encourage people.
What does it take to be an entrepreneur?
It takes time, it takes funds, it takes strength, encouragement, focus, for you to be one and put your mind at it. I think the government needs to support people like us because there are a lot of Nigerians out there that are talented. A lot of them that if they tell you what they can do, aside from what I do, some people are much more talented. It's not everybody that can work in an organization as a 9-to-5 organization. Some people are born to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, and some are born to, own their own business. The government needs to encourage talented people, for them to build their own business. I think Nigeria will be a better place.
This multi-talented artist has become an inspiration to her generation, even as she opines that they also influence her creative expressions.
Most importantly, colors, putting colors together, nature, and what I see around. For example, when I'm talking to a client, I look at their expression and everything and what they want, what they ask me to do, and if I meet 1 or 2 or 3, 4 different customers, I'm able to put together what the society likes, what customers want, and creating more ideas and not limiting yourself on a particular pattern or design, as well as the packaging.
Efua is somebody I really appreciate and even aspire to be like, because I see her also as a role model to so many young and aspiring entrepreneurs. Efua has very unique designs. She's somebody that is actually very, very creative, because she's like a friend now and she's like a sister. Anytime I sit with her, she just comes up with, she thinks about different ideas and she tries to do what others are actually not doing. She doesn't really like copying style. Sometimes I even go to the extent of telling her, Efua, let's look into this, let's look into magazines and all. But she's someone that she actually wants to sit and think of something different. Sometimes I even go to the extent that, okay, Efua, should I come and start learning from you? But sometimes so many other things to do and I feel it's just too late for that. And now I can say I really appreciate the youth of nowadays. People are going into so many things. Even the so-called graduates for now. We know the situation of the country, unemployment is actually a problem. So I appreciate people when they do so many things. You find out people are into hairdressing, people are into fashion, people are into what Efua actually does. So in that way, I will encourage anybody that is talented in any way. Even if you feel you are not talented, I feel maybe as a graduate, nothing stops you from actually learning a skill to work as well. You can actually come up with something you feel you have interest in. You don't have to wait for the 8-to-5 job. You don't have to wait for an employer to pay you at the end of the month. You can actually do something yourself.
Efua is a go-getter. When she sets her mind to something, she does it, and she does it with all her heart. She's got passion for what she does. So she does it so very well. When Efua started, I also was kind of jittery that, is it going to work? But after some time, when I saw the passion, the drive, I didn't have a choice than to start patronizing her, start introducing her to people, I've always had this thing for her that one day you're going to be out there, everybody's going to know you. We don't have to rely on the government, we don't have to rely on paid employment, we all don't have to work in the bank, we all don't have to work in the oil companies. We just have to do it ourselves.
Her family may very well be her biggest fans, as they provide a very good support system for her to thrive.
Over the years, Efua Couture as a brand, as a creative niche, has evolved, and I think with the talent comes the blessing to handle other aspects. So being not really an outsider, but being, can I say, an individual who is involved in the process, I've seen her grow from the levels to the point where she can successfully juggle and handle the family, the business, the demands, and the creative constraints on her. Efua was blessed to be opportune to be one of the leading, will I say, students or scholars under a great financial house. But she gave it all up for her talent, for her drive, and for her passion. So for a young man or an up-and-coming individual to see such drive, such desire, such charisma from a lady, it was like, wow. Efua has always been single-minded and focused on delivering her objectives, which are her works. She doesn't call herself any other name other than what she terms herself to be. She says she's a shoemaker, a designer, a creative mind in the industry, and she's pushing out designs, concepts, and ideas way beyond her time. Needless to say, I don't have to worry myself about slippers, bags, belts, and my wallets for the past 6 years have been exclusive Efua Couture. The typical Nigerian graduate is passionate, is enthusiastic, full of life, can I say bubbly, and energetic. I would advise such individuals or such people to follow your dreams and follow your passions. We have a heart and we have a calling. It's up to us to discover this our calling and try to make a good head start in it. You're only young once, you only get to enjoy this privilege once. It's up to us to make the best of it. I believe that if I had another chance to go back 10-15 years, what I would be doing would not be waking up and sleeping and waking up and counting the days go by, but I will be looking for that passion, that drive, that motivation in me to make something happen. And believe me, when you start with a snap, there's no limits to where you can go.
Like most successful young entrepreneurs, mentorship has played a great role in shaping her brand.
Tutu Shole has a good boss. Strict, doesn't take nonsense, will tell you the truth, reality of life. This is the way it is. Wake up, girl. You have to set a goal for yourself. It's like a target. Every day, as you wake up every day, there's a target for you. I need to achieve this. I need to get this. I need to do this. Mentorship can be in form of friends, family. You know, it depends on what you actually want them to mentor you about. You need to just pick out these good things and work on it. Because I think people who love you, who likes you for who you are, will definitely advise you.
Right, on a final note, what would be your advice to aspiring entrepreneurs?
They should focus more on their own goals. You know, you set a goal for yourself and you work at it, and you know that, oh, this will take me places, you know, and not definitely. It doesn't go smoothly, you know, you have your ups and downs in it. You just need to hold on tight, you know, you hold on to God, you know, and God to direct you, direct your path and lead you to your own purpose in life. And if you can put that together, I think you'll be able to achieve what you want to achieve, and you manage the funds and the capital you put in the business. I feel one will get there, and also have passion for what you want to do in life.